All right, good afternoon, everyone. Today is an important day in our city of Baltimore as we officially swear in the leadership of two of our most critical agencies, the Baltimore Police Department and the Baltimore Fire Department, with two exceptional individuals who have dedicated their lives to public servants to assume those roles in departments that they have worked their ways up through the ranks. Today, among their families, friends, and colleagues like Councilman Isaac Yissi from the 5th District, we are reminded of the responsibility that falls on these two men. In every community, public safety is paramount. It is one of the essential pieces upon which our city's prosperity is going to rest. Today, we officially embark on a new chapter in our commitment to keeping our residents safe, healthy, and secure. Both of these public servants, as I said, had to confront a host of historical and at times heartbreaking challenges for our community. They've been asked to navigate these unprecedented moments and have done so with our residents' best interest in mind and the utmost candidness and accountability. Police Commissioner Worley, a seasoned law enforcement professional who has not only risen through the ranks here, but is also a Baltimore native, although he had a very poor choice of high school, which we know is the most important thing in Baltimore, but has also proven to every point in his career how dedicated he is to Baltimore's residents and building on the progress our police department has made. He knows, as well as anyone, how far we have to go, but also how far we have come, and is committed to making sure that we see that through. I've had the opportunity to work with him for quite some time now, and year after year, at every turn, I've been impressed and reassured about how he approaches his work and the seriousness with he takes his job. And Fire Chief Wallace, who has delegated. Why you're not supposed to put those on the podium? Fire Chief Wallace, who has dedicated his life to saving lives in Baltimore, has been a leader in our department, both officially and as a mentor within the department. He has shown an unwavering courage in the face of danger, and the fire department is lucky to have his leadership. As many of you know, Chief Wallace has been in the face of many emergencies in the city, from explosions to garage collapses to storms. He's been a calming and steady-handing force, and we can't wait to see him thrive in his new role. Both Commissioner Worley and Chief Wallace share a commitment to the highest standards of professionalism, accountability, integrity, and community engagement. Together, they understand that public safety is a collective effort, one that requires collaboration directly with residents, community organizations, and amongst agencies in government. Our city is lucky to have both of them, and I'm proud to be able to make this official for them today. Commissioner Worley, would you come up and say a few words, followed by Chief Wallace.
First, I want to thank God for the opportunity. Policing wasn't always my first career. I wanted to play Major League Baseball, but it doesn't look like the Orioles need me this year. So, but also thank Mayor Scott for even nominating me and sticking with me. We've had a rough couple months, so I want to thank him for sticking with me, and also for my early years at the Northeast, where we spent together learning community policing. The members of the Northeast community and the officers in the Northeast and Northern is where I learned community policing and where I'll put that to work here. Also, Mayor Scott's team for getting us through the community meetings and the confirmation hearings. It wasn't easy. Also, Commissioner Harrison for getting me ready to take this seat. He worked as a mentor, and I'll continue to use him as a mentor. But one of the best things he gave me was a great team in the police commissioner's office. I went in there, I didn't have to make any changes. They've had my back more than anybody knows. They work nonstop, so thank them for everything that they do. I wouldn't be here without them. The command staff, who some of them are here, I want to thank them. We've worked together for years for the hard work. And then some previous majors, and I apologize if I missed some, But late Major Faltyke was my sergeant in the academy, taught me how to be a cop. Major Blackwell, when I first got to the Western, showed how to be just a gentleman. And you could still be the major and be a gentleman. Major Antonio Williams, who I was getting ready to leave the police department and go to a lesser police department, I should say. And he sent me to training that I didn't think anybody even read our evaluations, but he read it, and that was one of the key points that kept me here to realize that people actually care about each other in BPD. Major Debbie Owens, in an issue in the Southwest, she stuck behind me. Major Casella, who told me I needed to get out of patrol because nobody knew who I was in the midnight shift in the Southwest, and I needed to do admin, so I did that. And then the two majors, Pizzoro and Captain Smith at the time, who pushed me to become a captain. I didn't want to do it. I was happy being a lieutenant. They pushed me and my career took off. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the hard work and the men and women of the BPD. We can put all the plans we want together. It doesn't matter if the men and women out there on the street don't go out and do the job every single day. And now the tough parts. To the family. My son who's here, my daughter who's got food poisoning, my three sisters, my future son-in-law he's a fireman, but he also became a cop, so he finally came to the good side. He does arson, so he's actually both. My brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws, my wife who's been at my side through the good and the bad, and I got to finish off with the two most important people who aren't here are my mom and dad. They made me the person I am here today. And I wish they were here, so thank you.
Chief Wallace.
Thank you, Mayor Scott. Good afternoon. I want to start by thanking you, Mr. Mayor, and for City Administrator Leach. We'll get through this. And both of your staffs, as well as members of the City Council, for all your support, and I look forward to continuing to build on our current relationships. I also want to thank members of my command staff. A lot of my command staff is here today, and to all of you, I thank you, and I'm looking very much forward to working with all of you. My friends, many friends here today, I'm glad to see you here, members of our department and other city agencies for their thoughts and kind words during my confirmation process. This part gets tough for me as well. I also want to express my love and my sincerest thank you to my parents, my siblings, my beautiful wife, our beautiful children and daughter-in-law, and the newest addition to our family, who's making herself known here today, our beautiful granddaughter. Thank you for your understanding, thank you for your patience, and thank you for all your support during those days and nights when the phone rang, when I had to leave, and when I didn't come back for a couple of days. Thank you. In closing, I want to reaffirm my commitment to the citizens of the City of Baltimore that I will continue to work tirelessly to build upon our department's capabilities and to further ensure the safety and well-being of our community. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. Every time I swear somebody in, I say, this is your last chance. So if you have any second thoughts, this is your last chance. Once you raise that hand and sign that paper, there is no way out. Commissioner, we'll do you first. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. When I say aye, just say aye and state your name, and we'll go from there. I,
Richard Worley,
do swear
do swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will
and I will
be faithful and bear true allegiance
be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Commissioner of the Baltimore City Police Department,
Commissioner of the Baltimore City Police Department,
according to the Constitution of Maryland
according to the Constitution of Maryland
and the laws of Baltimore City.
and the laws of Baltimore City.
Let's give our police commissioner congratulations. There you go, sir. Chief Wallace, raise your right hand. I
I, James Wallace,
do swear
do swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United
I will
States
support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful and bear true allegiance
be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Chief of the Baltimore City Fire Department,
Chief of the Baltimore City Fire Department,
according to the Constitution of Maryland
according to the Constitution of Maryland
and the laws of Baltimore City.
and the laws of Baltimore City.
Let's give our new fire chief a big round of applause. Right. Thank you, everyone. Let's give both of them a big round of applause. Now you go back to work, gentlemen.